Hi, Sycamores. Welcome back to another episode of Spill the Tea. You guys know me. I am the host, Shakur Silas. Today I have two special guests. I'll let them introduce themselves. So starting off with your name, your major, your year in school, and your preferred pronouns.
Hi, my name is Tarvin. I'm a senior from Indianapolis, Indiana. My major is recreational therapy with a minor in massage therapy. Basically means I'm good with my hands and great with activities. And my preferred pronouns are she and her.
And my name is Kirsten Campbell. I'm a junior political science and history double major without a minor. And my preferred pronouns are she, her, hers. So.
How was your coming out experience? And did you come out as something other than what you currently identify as?
Okay, so coming out, I would say coming out was hard for some parts of my family. The first person I actually told that I was gay to was my grandma. She's like my best friend, love her to death. But she always said that she always knew that I was gay. She was just waiting for me to tell her. I was just always a tomboy growing up. Loved playing sports, loved getting dirty, loved hanging out with the guys. So I think coming out, technically I came out in middle school. I was kind of outed by a couple of the kids at school just because, you know, when you dress a certain way, people just assume things by you. To me personally, I didn't know that I was gay until, you know, the stereotypical, you fall in love with your best friend. And they kiss you and you see sparks and you're just like, it's like a new light. So that's kind of basically what happened. But I think the person who took it the hardest maybe was my mom. I don't think she really understood. You know, your parents always have this this future for you planned out when they first have you. So when that plan is kind of removed into a different light, they kind of get scared and it's kind of hard for them. But my mom came around. She loves me. I love her. I don't remember the second half of your question.
Did you come out as something other than what you currently identify as?
No. I came out as a lesbian. Still a lesbian.
I would also definitely agree with you on that last part of that, like, your parents have this that your parents have this kind of like notion of what your future is going to be. And my mom also struggled with the same idea, and she actually like explained it to me that way too, of that she had this image in her mind. But so my coming out story, basically I was also in middle school. I think I was in 7th grade, but I came out as bisexual originally, and now I would say that I identify as queer, more on the lesbian side, but queer. So the first person I told was my mom. I was like crying because I was like thinking about the fact that I was gay, and she was like, "What's going on? Like, why are you crying?" And I was like, "I don't know, I don't think I'm ready to tell you." And then she like jokingly was like, "What, are you gay or something?" Like totally as a joke. And I was like, "Yeah, I think I am." And she was like, "Oh, that was not what I was expecting the answer to be." And we just kind of joke about that ever since. But yeah, she definitely struggled with it for a while. But I think she was really the only person I really cared about my opinion, like about their opinion of whether like my sexuality was. So, but I mean, the rest of my family is just kind of like, yeah, cool, whatever. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so how has your experience at Indiana State been being an out lesbian?
Okay, so some of you guys may know me because of Welcome Team. I had the absolute privilege of being on Welcome Team for 2 years. It was kind of the best experience of my life. Just being able to be an out and open lesbian to the incoming freshmen who are probably just now finding their identity of who they are and being away from family, so they're probably searching for their true selves. So being an out lesbian, I felt like this was my time to show them, like, hey, like, this is college, this is a place where you can be your true self and find and experiment and search and change the way you dress and things like that. So when I first came to ISU, I felt like this was the best place for me. I saw a lot of individuals who may or may have not been queer, and I felt like the people around me were gonna just not judge me for who I was. But I was kind of scared with living on an all-female floor my freshman year, because I was the only gay girl on the floor. So I feared that they wouldn't trust me in their rooms and things like that, because they would think that I'm checking them out and things like that. But that was the absolute other side of it. They loved me. They loved hanging out. We always kept our doors open, always hung out in the lounge. We always did a bunch of stupid things. Thank God to our RA. She didn't murder us, because we were a pain in the ass to her. But ISU was very inclusive. University, the staff, the professors, the student affairs, things like that. We have so many safe corners on campus that make Indiana State one of the safest campus, in my opinion, for people who are in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, so coming to ISU, like my first, like, I guess, like, major experience was that, so I had new student orientation, and I had, like, my room assignments for, like, I chose random for, like, rooming in the dorms, and, so I started, like, talking to the girl that I was assigned to room with, and, like, she seemed really cool, and, like, we were talking and getting along really well, and then I told her that I was gay just to, like, let her know that ahead of time, and then, like, she didn't respond for, like, 3 days straight, and then was like, yeah, there's no way that I can room with you, like, being gay, so, like, that's just, like, not gonna work, so I'm gonna contact Res Life, so, yeah, so that was, like, not a very good, like, first experience. It was, like, yeah, that was, like, the very first, like, experience that I had, and I was kind of nervous about, like, picking random for rooming, and I even, like, expressed that to some of the people that were telling me to room random, and they, like, just kind of, like, brushed it off and ignored it, and then it was exactly what I thought was going to happen, so I was kind of frustrated with that, and they didn't really, like, when I contacted Res Life to get it fixed, they were not very, like, understanding, and ended up, like, contacting, because I've lived in honors dorms, so they ended up contacting, like, the head of the honors program, so, like the head of the honors program knew, like, basically outed me, and, like, they, like, outed me to the head of the honors program, and it's just, like, that was not a very good experience to me personally, but, and then, like, new student orientation, people were pretty chill, but, like, I didn't have, like, my year, there wasn't, like, an openly gay, like, welcome team leader, and I definitely, like, heard a lot of, like, not very nice things about, like, gay people in general, so I was kind of terrified coming here, but, like, once I'm here, like, I got assigned a new roommate, and, like, I had a wonderful freshman year. It just, like, started off really rough, though, but, yeah.
Well, there's a light at the end of each tunnel. You guys found each other, and so hopefully that's that light. They're like, no. I'm kidding. Okay, so moving along, let's talk about social media or just dating in general. So, is there a presence of the lesbian community in dating apps? Like, we know that there's Grindr for the gays. But is there an equivalent for lesbians, like a specific app for the lesbian community?
Okay, so please. I'm sorry. So literally, we were at Walmart actually, and this guy randomly came up to us and asked this question to us actually, and was like, "Is there like a lesbian equivalent to Grindr?" Like, I'm honestly really curious, and we didn't know this person, and we talked about it, and like, there definitely is not. Like, I mean, like, there's obviously like just Tinder. But, like, I don't know, it's hard. I don't think that there really is anything equivalent. Like, there was her that was trying, but, like, not enough people got on it, I guess. I feel like that Grindr's also definitely a very different atmosphere than maybe what, like, maybe that's a little stereotypical, but I feel like a lot of lesbians are not necessarily looking for the same thing that Grindr is kind of giving people, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. Her did try, but... I think a lot of thing was people weren't hooking onto it was that even if you try to do something on there, you had to pay immediately. So it's like we can't even try your services before like paying for things. So I think a lot of people were turned off by that. So would much rather use like Tinder and just take their chances of maybe getting a straight girl who just wanted a fun time or something like that. But yeah, I don't really think there's like an equivalent to Grindr. Yeah.
The more you know. Okay, so moving along. Do you guys' parents approve of the relationship? Were they surprised? Were there any raised eyebrows? Give us the 411 on that.
I don't think my family was pretty much surprised by the relationship. My mom's pretty chill. So like I said, once she got over the fact that I was gay and that it wasn't a phase, but when she first met my mom, I don't know, it was a pretty chill situation. I don't let a lot of people meet my mom, just because of personal reasons and things like that. So when she met my mom, I trusted her in that experience. But my family loves her. My little cousin absolutely loves her. He literally talked her ear off the first time they met about Harry Potter,
yes.
And literally would not shut up. I felt so bad because he can talk for literally a year without even breathing. But
I was happy to talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah, he loved her. But that was my experience with my family. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that my family had I think we had a positive experience with you meeting my family too. I mean, I guess the first time she met my parents, we were just we were just playing with my puppy, nothing, we were just kind of, I mean, it was just because we had to go stop and grab some stuff, so it wasn't an official meeting or anything, but, and then, I mean, since then, we've gone to dinner with my family and stuff, and it's been really good. I mean, I think that they're really supportive of me and my relationship, so, yeah.
I'm jealous. Okay.
Flowers.
Oh, yeah, okay, so, flowers. So, me and Robin are actually roommates, and, every other day, let's just say, I'll come out and I'll just see this beautiful bouquet of flowers on the table, and I'm like, oh, I know those aren't for me, so Kirsten must have sent them for Robin. It's literally every other day, I'm not kidding.
It's literally not even close to that, and also they're discounted from flowers from Kroger, so
saving money.
Exactly. I don't get them sent, okay?
Moving into the interracial aspect of the relationship, is there or has the difference in the culture been a hindrance in you guys getting intimate, you guys getting to know each other on a deeper level, any kind of hindrance at all in the relationship?
I don't really think so. When we first started talking and getting to know each other, I think we both pretty much laid it out on the line. She actually started the conversation about race and my culture and things like that, and making sure that she wasn't stepping on my toes or anything like that, and wasn't offending me in any type of way, and wanted to make sure that she respected me and things like that. Since I am natural, I wear a bonnet and a do-rag and things like that, so when we first had our first sleepover or whatever, I at first was afraid to wear it around her, but then she actually said something. She goes, "Do you wear a bonnet?" And I go, "Wait, you know what that is?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm not stupid." And I go, "Yeah, I do." And she goes, "Why aren't you wearing it?" And I was just I don't know, I was just nervous to put it on. She goes, "No, it's to protect your hair. Put your bonnet on right now." So just things like that, the respect aspect of it. Another huge thing with us is I had a book called "Don't Touch My Hair," and it just outlines a lot of different things about dating an African American woman, or just things about being an African American woman. And I was telling her about it because I just read it. And she was like, "Well, can I have it? Can I read it so I can just know certain stuff and things like that?" And I've never had a partner, because I've dated outside of my race before. I've never had a partner ever care enough to ask something like that, or even to reach out and say, I want to read that, to know things like that. So I really respected that, and I loved it, and I think that's what really I don't know, made me even want to be in a relationship with her more.
Yeah, I feel that, I mean, towards the beginning of the relationship, we definitely had to have a few more serious conversations about it. But I feel that on a day-to-day basis, literally the only time that race comes up is just her maybe making fun of me for some phrase that I say that's too white, or she makes fun of me because she like doesn't picture me like seasoning my food, but I do. And she's like, dang, like, you don't season your food like a white girl. That's about it.
No. Before we move on, this girl loves spicy food. I thought I was the king of spice. No.
I do.
No,
I'm
You
sorry.
can eat any pepper and be like, I can take more.
It's true. Like, I'm sorry. So like that's like pretty much the farthest that like on a day-to-day basis that like race really comes into our relationship. Just like jokingly, like, and her saying random things about like, oh, this is something that only black people like. And like being a weirdo, but
it's just like certain stuff like for one time like I think we were in like Walgreens or something and like I seen like a hot pickle.
Exactly.
And this is like very stereotypical, honestly, but I was like, if you're from the hood, like a black person, like you know exactly what this is. And she was like, I think everyone knows what a hot pickle is. And I go, I know, but I'm just like, this is like, you know. And she just wouldn't let me let that go. And there's like certain times where like I'll walk into Shakur's room and I'll be like, Shakur, tell her like this is like a black people thing, and he'll be like, no, it's not. And I'm just like, can you be on my side for one time, like, in the world? But it's just, like, small, funny stuff like that. But, yeah, to answer your question.
Okay, so before we continue, I have a game. First time Spill the Tea has a game. Yeah, they did not know about this, so this is going to be good and fresh. Okay, so both of you guys are going to take a piece of paper. And pretty much, I'm going to be asking you guys questions on who knows the partner best.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No.
So there's our markers.
I'm gonna do well on this, I hope.
Yeah. So I have five different questions, and you guys are pretty much going to answer the question for your partner. Okay. So the first question is, what is your partner's favorite genre of music?
So hard. Cause
there's one that you hate it though.
Okay.
For me,
I was gonna say you have literally 1,000 different tastes in music. I don't feel like I spelled it right.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is that? What does it even say?
So
I'm blind.
So Robin said indie EDM.
What is EDM?
And clearly that was wrong.
Indie, like
you listen to anything though. You listen to a lot of concerts and stuff. So I guess
it's a country for you.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
But indie, like that's pretty accurate. I would say like alternative.
Well, I listen to indie, and you hate my music,
like,
and I don't think she listens to the music I listen to.
No,
this man has like the weirdest taste in music ever.
I would say like alternative.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes
like
sense.
alternative rock, like
yeah.
What is your partner's favorite dessert?
I'm saying cookies and cream anything.
That's correct.
Or there was something that your grandmother used to make.
Gooey cake.
Okay, I knew there was something else. I couldn't think of what it was.
Cake. Yeah. I said brownies.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
like brownies.
Let's say we've had like brownies like at least 10 times.
Yeah. Yep.
Who is your partner's best friend?
Okay.
I said Derek.
That's correct.
Okay.
D-Grip! My baby Grip! I said Becca, your sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What agitates your partner the most?
You better get this
I know
right.
this one.
Okay. What agitates her the most?
Okay, that is weird. Okay, so what did you say, Robin?
You're such a weirdo.
So I like just chilling or something like that. Like I would like suck on her chin to piss her
No,
off.
it's like not.
It's not weird. Not like weird or anything like that. It's just like I would just do it and she'll like smack me or something like that. Like when I lick her face.
No, she doesn't like suck on it. She just like
I just knob on it. I knob on it.
Goes like this, like
like that or something like that.
I'm like, this is so weird. I don't understand it.
I'm a weirdo.
It's nothing inappropriate. It's just
I think everyone knew that though. So
Okay, I said chewing loudly.
Yes.
Because I do. I'm
She's
sorry.
the loudest chewer.
Like, I can't eat cereal in front of
world.
her because I just like,
She comes in the room.
just, like, slurp it.
Like, you know,
I'm
some
slurring.
people eat cereal like, in the living room or anything like that. She eats cereal in the room, and then, like, I'll be sleeping out here.
I'm sorry.
And I'm, like, dead asleep. I'm just like, she's awake.
I'm just sorry.
So, it's bad.
What is one place your partner would love to visit?
So anywhere East Asia or Thailand. For sure.
Yeah, Thailand. Yeah.
For sure.
I said Germany.
For sure.
What is one long-term your partner has set for themselves?
Was one long
One long-term goal. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, cool.
She wants to become a professor,
Yeah.
and then in short term, it's obviously get into grad school.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to get into William and Mary, but that's like
No, they don't have a PhD program for what I want. But
She
yes,
wants to
I
get
like
there.
that was originally yes, but like
or Brown, somewhere prestigious.
Brown, yeah. that'd be nice.
She's really smart. I have no business being in a relationship with this woman.
Okay.
She literally has a 3.94 GPA. She's double major, so there's no reason we should be together at all. But she digs me, so.
Well, that was our portion of how
Sorry,
well do
I
you know your
lost.
partner?
Good.
'Cause I
The
didn't
winner
know.
won this beautiful little teddy bear.
Here you go, my baby.
I lost. You win.
I know, but I'm giving it to you, my queen.
That was the point of the game.
Wow. You give it to me
Alright.
even though you
That was
even though I
a
lost.
beautiful game.
Do people question why you are dating someone in the opposite race?
I would say yes and no. I think the people who are close to me, they're more of like, I'm just happy you're happy. But there's people that I would think they were close to me or they knew me that are kind of like, well, why don't you find you a strong black woman? Blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, my answer to this is I can't help who I'm drawn to and who I'm attracted to and who I, at the end of the day, care about. At the end of the day, like, I've never been in a relationship this healthy in my entire life. Like, she's always there taking care of me. She's always making sure I take my medicine or making sure that I'm mentally okay. She, honestly, at the end of the day, I know this woman, like, really cares about me. And I think that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter, like, what our skin colors are, anything like that. At the end of the day, it just matters, like, about the feeling.
Yeah. I agree.
She agrees.
Do you feel uncomfortable to display PDA on campus or in the Terre Haute community?
I do, but she doesn't.
And can you give us why?
I'm just not a big fan of PDA in the first place though. But like I also like especially like people with children, I'm always more worried just because I know I've had some bad reactions from like moms and stuff being like, you shouldn't be showing that to the children. Is like from like and then also just like there's some kind of slightly scary people occasionally. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit more wary about it, I guess, but she has no problem, from what I've seen, she has no problem trying to show me affection, giving me hugs, whatever else. But am I wrong? I don't know.
I'm not really afraid. I'm a very affectionate person, as she says. But I think there's obviously going to be, in certain situations, like she's from a small town. So when I first went to her small town, I literally probably thought I was the only black person.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like,
within a 10-mile radius. So in situations like that, then I would be very like aware of the things that I'm doing. But I mean, other than that, like I don't care. I'm gonna show like affection to her. So
I'm going to wrap up and ask you guys if you have any questions, if you'd like to address any misconceptions or stereotypes or anything negatively viewed towards interracial couples. You guys have anything?
I guess the only thing that I would say is just like the assumption that it's a big deal, I guess. Because I feel like that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're in it. Like, I'm like, I mean, I guess I feel like we've been asked a few times to like speak on the topic of being in an interracial relationship, and I guess to me like I don't know. I feel like it's not. I guess maybe it's a little bit bigger of a deal for you than it is for me, but I guess like it just doesn't really impact our relationship that much. I feel like. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I've had one friend. They know who they are, but they were kind of like, I mean, like why? Like they were so concerned on the why and not the how I feel kind of a thing. At the end of the day, we don't wake up every morning. It's just like, I'm dating a white person or I'm dating a black person.
Yeah.
It's not that. Like, I think people are so drawn on race just because of the world around us and that there's so many closed-minded people around us that it just freaks them out because it's not the norm. Actually, it is the norm. They just don't want to understand that this is becoming a norm. Love is love. People need to stop hating on each other and personal preferences. At the end of the day, you're not in the bed with us, so why is it concerning, like, of our relationship?
But thank you guys so much for coming out. This was probably one of my favorite interviews so far. I probably shouldn't have said that, but it was.
He had to. Come on.
But thanks everyone for staying here for the full 30 minutes. This is actually the longest one, so this is going to be fun to edit.
Love it.
But thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys for viewing, and we will see you next Monday.
See ya.
Bye, guys.